Welcome back to the Pokemon Sun Nuzlocke. Last time I fought, we took on the Ghost Trial, lost a valued teammate, got a new teammate, and decided that the current party lineup is decent enough, so let's just keep going with this. I couldn't paraphrase that any better, trust me. Oh, that's not good. Back so soon? I wasn't expecting you just yet. It takes these dumb grunts way too long to deal with you kids. So I guess it's my turn now. Well, I told you before. Next time you get in our way, I'm not holding anything back. This is downright dangerous. Mimicry, you are not in the mood for this fight. And of course, Confuse Ray. Like strategy 1, every time someone brings out a gold bat, use Confuse Ray. It always annoys me, because that freaking, and there it happens. It hits yourself. Goldbat can't do that much damage on its own, but it keeps hitting itself. Guess it's just pure stubbornness that's making me keep hiving in. Oh, great, hers is all 2. Yeah, that's way too dangerous to let it keep happening. I can't even stand myself right now. Guess you are pretty tough. I don't understand why my grunts waste so much time battling kids. But if you want us to return the Pokemon, then you'll have to come to us. Alone. The boss is dying to meet you. See you at our base in Po Town. Battles you can't afford to lose aren't any fun. Are you guys okay? She said she stole a Pokemon. And there's the Pokemon question. I cannot forgive this. Darn it, those numbskulls actually did something pretty clever for once. If you want to get the Pokemon back, then Dark One has to go to Po Town alone with no backup. That's what they said, but that's not fair. Team Skull is taking over Po Town. It's basically a private playground now. If you're gonna go though, try and find this guy on Route 15. He's wearing a kimono. He might be able to help you get to Po Town. Here, take this. Just give my youngest back for me. How can I say no to a cry like that? I'm gonna have to get that Yungoos. Even though it'll probably be easier to catch another Yungoos because there are hundreds of them all over the damn place. Will she heal me? Okay, so I decided I might as well record this bit. I went to Pokepelago to pluck some berries and check on check on my berry harvest, which is not going pretty slowly. Let's do that to make it faster. Anyway, yeah, my berry harvest, and a Pokemon on the island actually came to like me. So these will not leave until you actually set them onto your team. And so now we have a Pinsir. Pinsir, the steel beetle Pokemon. And Gripster's prey with his pincers and splits them apart. Although it's a powerful Pokemon, it can't deal with the cold. It's a pun, but I love it. And I decided this will count as our encounter for Pokepelago. And Peck, you get to rest for now, because I decided to put Penny in the party. So here we have Penny. She is substantially weaker than pretty much everyone, but she does come with Mold Breaker, which can be in handy and lax nature, so it messes with defense a bit. So I add Penny to the party. No, I want something to be more definitive for dark types. We'll switch back to Peck if someone gets knocked out. Hopefully no one gets knocked out. This guy. Man, oh man, what is going on today? Someone actually bothered coming to this kind of sad place. Well, no matter, I'll take you on, keep you company. Tell me, Uncle Grimsley's going to flip a coin. Will it be heads or tails? Astonishing, you just took a stab like some kind of prophet. Right now, your Pokemon is shining brilliantly. A loss is a loss. I'll give you Sharpedo's information for your ride pager then. Ride it to victory. Maybe you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. If you press B while riding on Sharpedo, there you'll jet through and smash through rocks. Like those there. And here's a bit more unwanted advice. Hilltown lies at the other end of Route 16 here. But it's thoroughly occupied by Team Skull. You shouldn't go there unless you want trouble. Of all the characters to make a cameo, Grimsley of the Generation 5 Elite Four, the Dark-type Master, if someone wins a battle, then without a doubt, someone else someone else has lost the battle. That's the way of battle. I hope I might battle you someday. Unfortunately, he is not battleable in the game. Oh, maybe he is in a tower, but I don't really like doing the battle tree, because battle tree is a bit of a pain in the ass. Let's put you on the register for there, and we have our next Pokemon in Sharpedo Jet. Oh, something fell. Did you change the Pokemon in this round already? Oh, it's a Finneon. I'm gonna kill it. I don't like Finneons. And she's calling for help. Oh good, her friends don't like her either. I eventually one day I'll have to explain my disliking opinion, but I just feel it's a wasted Pokemon. It's really no good for anything outside of a somewhat decent design. Even then, they're way better fish design, way better fish Pokemon. I end up just not liking it in general, I think it's a waste of space. I don't know why it's just sitting out there, but Wild Charge. Nah, screw it, we'll fight you. Hey, come on out here, my Pokemon. Alolan Vulpix. This is our first time encountering one? I think maybe, I'm not exactly sure 100%. Also this, I 100% love its design. This is our first time encountering a Alolan Vulpix because it's not responding to any of the strength weakness thing. It's a simple change of changing Vulpix's brown and red design to a pure white design, but it just works so well. I'm gonna let Mimicry have a hand at fighting. And he gets immediately confused once he jumps into battle. Disguise. And that's one down, Hunter. And then go right back to Sandra. No, wait. Let's let Gregory have some fun. Again, it's so interesting that a lot of Pokemon got their type changed with, you know, the addition of Fairy type. Like, there's no real lore reason for it anyway, unless you, like, just make it so. But it's still kind of interesting. It's not even like a form change thing. Like, I kind of wish they did think of Alola forms back in the previous generation. That would kind of explain the new addition of the fairy typiness of Pokemon. A lot easier than just, oh, they're selling fairies now. I don't know. It's just a thought to make it a bit less, you know, random, whimsical with this thing, and a lot more lore based. Another Finneon. Of course, the Pokemon canon is so crapshoot anyway that it barely even matters anymore. I honestly think that Pokemon is one of the very few franchises that can have, so outside of modern day comic books, that can have such drastic changes to lore and canon happen literally overnight. this item. A dive ball. Good catching water types if I ever encounter any more water type Pokemon. I want to fight you two. When I get in the ocean, I get pricked by Corsola and Puku Muku. Abs. I think one of them has a speech impediment. Ours is a really singly focused one-track mind. And there's the frame rate drop. Okay, that was really dumb of me. No. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am an ignoramus of the highest degree. Because this is why you pay attention and you don't accidentally knock out your own Pokemon. I forgot Sparkling Aria hits everyone. They followed up with an attack to knock it out all the way. It's alright, because Pikachu gets stuck to my behind. My Golduck and I are distracted by our surroundings. Wait, you don't focus on your apps, you focus on her apps. Look at her standing up now in another defeat. Well, Ivan, you were a good friend with us from the very beginning. And now it's time to say goodbye. To join your friends in the afterlife. In the meantime, let's see what Ellen has to add to the team. Oh, I did not want to lose 2 Pokemon in this 2 times in a row. Oh, that's sad. I've lost one of the friends that I've been with this from the beginning. I need to get an item to get my mind off of it. Let me get that TM back here. I thought that was fast. Anyway, that's X Scissor. Quite possibly one of my favorite attacks. It still comes to bug type attacks. Anyway, let's check out Elm since we don't have a choice anymore. Let's see. Jolly. Sacrifices special attack for speed. And it's also leveling up too. Close to evolution too, to the left of us. Right now, all priorities, Elm should be at the beginning of the party. If only so that it'll quicken him into an electric type, a more effective electric type in his evolved form. I still am really sad that I lost Ivan like that. It was so stupid of me. I'm doing research on the island channels. Can I ask for your cooperation? Might as well kick your ass if you feel better. Burn it up, girl. I can poison that. I poison it just because I could. Let's see, you're both weak to it. You can't fight it, so. Sorry about that. It's on you, Gregory. Even if you do that whole annoying minimize thing, you're still poisoned. I freaking love corrosive. It's only because it makes that annoying strategy for Muck that much less effective. This battle will keep going on forever, because it used that freaking minimize trick, but I poisoned it at the beginning, so I don't have to worry about it. That, my friends, is why I freaking love Sandra's line. Despite taking damage, I was able to gather data. Yeah, data is always important. PP up? I guess that'll be useful for something later, but not right now. I need to heal one more time. Yes, I'm being crazy. Obsessed with healing. There is more I can do on this route because there is a lab I can use to get. I could use the lab to get a Zygarde, but I don't really have enough Zygarde cells for that. Nor do I particularly want Zygarde in this case. Do you know super strong Pokemon? Well, I have a few super strong Pokemon, and I had 2 really strong Pokemon that I let die. Oh, Sneasel. Oh, girl Sneasel. Good, let's try to waste your turn. I'm gonna get a dodge, man, because I won't take any risk. Get any home claws again, so I could have taken the risk. I didn't want to. It's been too risky today. Oh, thank Christ for disguise. It could have been very bad if it wasn't for that. Which makes him reveal one of the best switch-in Pokemon I have. Comatose. Okay, so Comatose has an ability that essentially means this Pokemon can only be affected by sleep. Meaning no other status elements will work on it. But if you're curious to know whether corrosion will overpower Comatose. This frozen will to poison anything, but Comatose doesn't let it be poisoned. I'm just wondering what'll happen. Okay, so Comatose does overpower corrosion. I know this wasn't really the best time to do a little scientific experiment, but I'm just curious about it, so I've never seen anyone try to do that before. I get curious sometimes. I just want to see what works with what. These elements leveling up, and you'll finally learn Thunder Punch, making them a lot more effective. I said super, but I meant something a little different. You meant weaker to you, didn't you? That took longer than I thought it would to wake you up. I have a bean, he did good. You didn't really do anything, but I kinda didn't need to do anything in that case. Gotta give these guys some rainbow beans real quick. Not because it hastens their growth to have them a lot more affectionate towards me. I do love that sound that it makes. You're strong enough all to lift the buzz, buddy. I could do a little bit of exploring around here. There's something I do want to look at right quick over this way. After we fight this thing. Oh, that's just not fair. So Renbee is a Cutie Fly's evolution, and they are really, really fast. Like, if you train him really well, it could be a good speedy sweeper fast. That's why I wanted to keep Carl alive. Man, my plans are always falling apart, aren't they? The crumbling of shrine. What do you think happened to it in the past? So this place, the Lake of the Moon. It's not really important right now. Like, so important that I really have no excuse to be stopping by here, if not for the TM that's located inside. Aside from the side shop, this place is unimportant currently. Later on, it'll be a very important location. If only to get one particular thing for late game. Like, so late game doesn't even matter. Oh, you're a trainer? Well, you're the trainer who's always popping into the Pokemon Center, aren't you? This place may have fallen to ruin, but it's still spectacular, won't you say? Even if there's nothing to see here now. I can't help thinking that being nothing here now bellies the possibility that something could be here, something wondrous. It's correct, something wondrous will be here, eventually. Not now, though. And of course, we have another counter in this forest. A Continy. Do I have a Continy? I don't have a Continy. Not taking risks today. Haha, the poison doesn't work on me, but the poison works on you. I keep doing that, see what happens to you. Why am I switching? I'm into attack. Yeah, Charm just didn't affect it. Did they change how Charm works? No? The Charm should have worked. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you. Ever have any of a grass type? Which will probably happen after I run out of electric types. You're the first thing I'm calling upon. Cottony, the cotton puff Pokemon. When it finds others of its kinds, they all stick together. When enough of them are collected, the masses resemble a cumulus cloud. That's pretty interesting. Cotton. Let's go with that as a name and send you to the box. I've almost filled up my first box. I'm actually surprised to pop that many Pokemon, but I guess it's because I haven't lost that many until recently. I'm actually not all that good in the fights, but no one will pick fights with me as long as I'm in Team Skull, you know? The Town Police Box. Remember, good neighbors always talk. Town Police Box, and it's filled with cats. Just filled to brim with meow. Just a lonely meow everywhere. No, let's keep going. I hate serious people, yo. I'm serious about being a Team Skull Grunt, though. Yeah, you always love your battle theme, buddy. Or that'll be the one thing they'll never take from you. Isn't that the smartest idea in the world? This is a completely dumb idea. Great, now they're both have elements on them. But I did want to do this for one particular reason. Just for a level up. Even if you work seriously, you won't always get results. They'll evolve into Electabuzz. Electabuzz, the electric Pokemon. Half of Boston and Black Dust are caused by Electabuzz gathering at an electric power plant and gobbling electricity. That's kind of dangerous. Come on, buddy, I know you just evolved. There you go, let's keep going, buddy. And look ahead of us. There they are. The gates to Po Town. And with that, I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Till then, everybody.